Hi all, welcome to Palo Alto Firewall course. In this chapter, we will install GNS3 and set up Palo Alto Firewall in GNS3. So first import GNS3 VM in VMware Workstation. You can download GNS3 VM from GNS3 official website. Link is already given in description. Once you download GNS3 files, extract the zip files and then import in VMware Workstation. You can give any name to virtual machine, but follow same steps to avoid any issue. It will take some time to import GNS3 VM in VMware Workstation, so be patient while it's successfully imported. You can see that GNS3 VM is imported now. So now we will install GNS3 in our system. You can download GNS3 for your operating system from GNS3 official website. I have already downloaded, so now moving further to installing GNS3 in Windows OS. Make sure to select Intel Hardware Acceleration Execution Manager while installing GNS3. You can also select GNS3 if you have not downloaded and import GNS3 VM. Right now we don't need npcap, so I will canceling npcap installation. You may install npcap as it will require to capture packets in your local system. Once npcap will get installed, we will install Wireshark as it will help us to analyze the packets. Finally, it will download and install SolarWinds PuTTY for Telnet and SSH access. We will skip rest of the additional softwares once PuTTY get installed. Now GNS3 is installed successfully. Now let's start GNS3. I hope you are following same steps. Now on GNS3 Setup Wizard, select Run Application in Virtual Machine. Don't change anything on next page. You can see that GNS3 is successfully communicating with GNS3 VM. On next page, select VMware as virtualization software and select GNS3 VM from drop-down list. Here you have to provide minimum 2 CPU cores and more than 5 GB memory before moving further. You can also change memory and CPU allocation in GNS3 preferences. It will start GNS3 virtual machine. If it has failed to start, then you can manually start the virtual machine. I will import Palo Alto in GNS3 once GNS3 virtual machine gets started. Now finish the setup wizard and click on Browse All Device. And then click on New Template. A new template wizard will open. In New Template Wizard, select Install an appliance from the GNS3 server. Now on next page, select PAVM under Firewall section. You may also search for PAVM. Click on Next after selecting PAVM. On Install PA VM Appliance page, you can select the version of Palo Alto and can upload files, but I have different version which is not listed here. So I will create a new version and will upload Palo Alto QCOW 2 files. Here I am using Palo Alto version 10.0.4. If you are uploading your own files or version is not showing here, then you must select Allow Custom Files checkbox, otherwise you may get hash mismatch error. It will take around 5 minutes to copy files in GNS3 server. Now you can see that Palo Alto file is successfully uploaded on GNS3 server. Now select the version and click on Next. On next page you can see that here are some text with commands, so you can note down the command as it will help to configure management interface. It also have a default login credentials. Now create a new project. To create a project, go to the File menu and create New Project. Give a name to New Project. In my case, I'm giving name PA to New Project. Now we will import, or we can say drag and drop Palo Alto in our project. We also drag and drop GNS3 Cloud to the project as it will help us to access Palo Alto management with graphical user interface. But we run GNS3 Cloud in GNS3 VM instead of local system. Now we will configure Palo Alto before starting the appliance. We will assign 2 core CPU and more than 4 GB of RAM to Palo Alto. We also change interface assigned to Palo Alto. As we don't need 25 interfaces, so we will only assign 4 interfaces to Palo Alto. Now we will connect GNS3 Cloud with management interface of Palo Alto so we can access Palo Alto graphical user interface. And finally start the Palo Alto. It will take about 15 minutes to start the Palo Alto as we are using this first time. So be patient and grab a cup of coffee if you feel bored. Meanwhile, we can take Firewall on console to check Firewall boot process. You can access Palo Alto through graphical user interface once an IP is showing on console. Firewall will not allow to log in until boot process get complete. You can see that an IP is assigned to Palo Alto management interface. So now we can access Palo Alto Firewall with a web browser. So copy IP address assigned by DHCP and use with HTTPS in web browser to access Firewall. Use default username and password to log in into Firewall. Default username and password is admin. You will be asked to change default login password after login. Change default login password and log in with new password. You can see that we are able to access Palo Alto GUI and CLI. We can check management IP of Palo Alto on dashboard. You can also check management IP and CLI with Show Interface Management command. Command can be found in description. In the next video, we will configure management interface of Palo Alto through CLI and graphically. Kindly subscribe our channel for next chapter if yet not subscribed.